Let me ask you something before you settle into your seat. How many of you are tired, not the kind of tired sleep can fix, but the kind that lives in your spirit, the kind that comes from trying everything, giving your best, praying, pushing, sacrificing, and still feeling like life is just barely moving forward? You look successful on the outside, but on the inside you're wrestling with frustration, confusion, and the silent question, why am I still struggling? Some of you walked in here carrying invisible weights. You've been strong for everybody else, but privately you're worn down. You've been working hard, yet the results don't match the effort. You've been faithful, but the breakthrough feels delayed. And if we're being honest, at some point you started wondering if success is only meant for other people. But hear me clearly today, struggle is not your destiny. Confusion is not your calling. Surviving is not why you were created. You were not designed to barely make it. You were built to rise, to grow, to win, and to walk in success in every area of your life, your mind, your relationships, your finances, your purpose, and your faith. The problem is not that you are incapable. The problem is not that you are unlucky. And the problem is not that life has singled you out to suffer. The real issue is that many people are fighting with the wrong tools, running with the wrong mindset, and expecting change without making the right shifts. Today is not about complicated systems or unreachable theories. This is not about overnight miracles that fade by tomorrow morning. This is about real, practical, life-changing truth. 3 simple solutions that, when applied consistently, can move you from frustration to focus, from struggle to strength, and from just getting by to truly succeeding. If you're ready to stop fighting battles that were never meant to defeat you, if you're ready to break patterns that have kept you stuck, if you're ready to step into the life you know deep down you were created for, then lean in, open your heart, and get ready, because what you're about to hear has the power to shift everything. Too often, we approach life as if success is something that just happens to a lucky few, as if the world owes us breakthroughs because we try hard enough or because we deserve them. But here's the truth: the way you think about your life directly shapes the reality you experience. Your mindset is the lens through which you see every challenge, every opportunity, and every setback. If your lens is foggy with doubt, fear, or negativity, everything will appear harder, and every step forward will feel like pushing a boulder uphill. Changing your mindset from struggle to strategy is not just about thinking positively. It's about seeing clearly, recalibrating how you approach problems, and refusing to allow obstacles to define your story. When you shift your perspective, you start noticing possibilities where before you only saw barriers. You start seeing solutions where you only saw difficulties, and you begin recognizing that struggle is not a permanent state, but a signal that adjustments are needed. A mindset focused on strategy is intentional, proactive, and rooted in the belief that you can learn, adapt, and grow from every circumstance. It doesn't ignore reality or pretend that life is easy. Instead, it equips you to navigate reality with confidence, clarity, and creativity. This shift is powerful because struggle often feeds on confusion. When you feel like life is moving against you, you get stuck in reactive cycles, making decisions based on fear, frustration, or desperation. A strategic mindset interrupts those cycles. It teaches you to pause, evaluate, and ask critical questions. What is working? What is not working? What small step can I take today that will move me closer to my goal? These questions transform reactive energy into deliberate action. It changes your posture from victim to victor, from drifting aimlessly to moving purposefully. Another key element of this shift is learning to recognize your thoughts and beliefs that keep you in struggle mode. Often, we tell ourselves stories that limit what we believe is possible. We replay past failures, compare ourselves to others, or convince ourselves that the difficulty we are facing is evidence that we are not capable. These narratives are dangerous because they create mental barriers far stronger than any external obstacle. Changing your mindset means actively rewriting those narratives, replacing fear with faith, doubt with discipline, and excuses with accountability. It's not always easy and it doesn't happen overnight, but with daily practice, your thinking begins to align with your goals. You start approaching challenges as puzzles to solve rather than threats to your survival. You start seeing each setback as feedback, not a verdict on your worth or ability. The difference this makes is profound. When your mind is focused on strategy instead of struggle, you stop wasting energy on things outside your control. You stop being drained by worry and begin investing in preparation, planning, and action. You start to anticipate obstacles and have solutions ready before problems become crises. You find yourself making progress even when circumstances are difficult because your energy is directed toward growth instead of frustration. And here's the most critical point. This mindset shift is the foundation for every other area of success. Without it, all the plans, habits, or resources in the world will struggle to take root. With it, however, every effort compounds, every lesson becomes an advantage, and even the most daunting challenges can be transformed into stepping stones. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can control how you see it, how you respond, and how you grow from it. Changing your mindset from struggle to strategy is the first step toward taking control of your life, turning obstacles into opportunities, and moving with confidence toward the success that is waiting for you. It is the decision to stop letting life happen to you and start making life happen through clarity, intention, and purpose. Taking consistent, focused action is one of the most overlooked secrets to achieving real success. Many people believe that success comes from a single big idea, a sudden breakthrough, or waiting for the perfect moment. But the truth is, life doesn't reward wishful thinking or occasional effort. It rewards those who show up every day, who move with purpose, and who take deliberate steps toward their goals, no matter how small those steps may seem. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum is what transforms dreams into tangible results. Focused action means that you know exactly what matters most and that you invest your energy in those areas without getting distracted by everything else. It is not enough to be busy. Busyness without direction will only leave you exhausted and frustrated. You must be clear about your priorities, your goals, and the outcomes you are aiming for. Every action you take should have a purpose, a reason that moves you closer to the life you envision. When you take action consistently, even imperfect action, you learn faster. You discover what works and what doesn't. You gain experience that theory alone cannot provide. You build confidence in your ability to handle challenges, to adapt, and to grow. Each day becomes a building block, and over time, these blocks create the foundation for lasting success. Focused action also requires discipline because the path to success is rarely smooth or convenient. It means showing up even when motivation fades, when obstacles appear, and when the temptation to quit seems stronger than the desire to win. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results, and it is cultivated through repeated action, even in the face of difficulty. Another critical part of this process is learning to break your goals into actionable steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming and paralyzing if you try to tackle them all at once. But when you break them into manageable tasks, you can make progress daily. Each step you complete brings us a sense of accomplishment, reinforces your confidence, and keeps you moving forward. Focused action is also about learning to say no to things that do not serve your purpose. Every distraction, every unnecessary obligation, and every irrelevant task steals time and energy that could be used to achieve what really matters. By saying no to what is unimportant, you create space for what is essential. This creates clarity and prevents you from being scattered in your efforts. Consistency and focus compound over time. What may seem like small, repetitive actions might feel insignificant in the moment, but when repeated daily, they create exponential growth. The results may not be immediate, but they are inevitable for those who refuse to quit. Many people stop too soon, believing that effort without instant results is failure. They underestimate the power of small, intentional steps taken persistently over weeks, months, and years. Focused action is also a form of courage. It requires you to step into discomfort, take risks, and face uncertainty. It means refusing to be paralyzed by fear of failure or by the opinions of others. It is the understanding that forward movement, no matter how slow, is better than standing still. Finally, taking consistent, focused action aligns your life with your vision. It ensures that your days are not random, that your efforts are not wasted, and that your progress is measurable. It transforms ideas into results, plans into achievements, and struggles into victories. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, dreams remain just dreams. With it, even the impossible becomes possible, because momentum created through intentional action cannot be stopped. Aligning your daily habits with your highest goals is one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life. Too often, people talk about success as if it is a distant destination, something to be achieved someday in the future, without realizing that the seeds of that success are planted in what they do every single day. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They dictate how you spend your time, how you use your energy, and ultimately the results you achieve. If your daily routines are not aligned with your vision, no amount of motivation, talent, or hard work will create lasting success. It is not enough to dream about the life you want or to set goals and write them down. You must ensure that what you do consistently, the small decisions you make repeatedly, match the life you are trying to build. This is why alignment is so important. Every choice, every action, and every habit either moves you toward your highest goals or keeps you stuck in the patterns of struggle. When your habits align with your ambitions, your progress becomes almost automatic. Success is no longer about relying on willpower alone or waiting for luck to intervene. It becomes a natural byproduct of the disciplined life you are living. To begin aligning your habits, you must first be intentional about what truly matters. Most people allow routines to be dictated by convenience, distractions, or the expectations of others. They fill their days with urgent but unimportant tasks, reacting to what life throws at them instead of proactively steering toward their goals. Aligning your habits requires clarity. You must identify the few actions that have the highest impact on your growth, your relationships, your finances, and your purpose. Then you must consistently prioritize those actions over everything else. Habits are not about perfection. They are about consistency. It is better to take small, intentional steps every day than to attempt massive sporadic bursts of effort that quickly fizzle out. These small, aligned actions compound over time, creating momentum that carries you forward even when motivation wanes. One of the most common mistakes people make is trying to overhaul everything at once. They try to eat perfectly, exercise religiously, work extra hours, and study endlessly, all in one day, expecting immediate transformation. This approach leads to burnout and frustration because it is unsustainable. Alignment is about integrating small, purposeful habits that you can maintain, knowing that these habits, repeated daily, will eventually produce extraordinary results. It is also about awareness and adjustment. Life is dynamic, and so must be your habits. You must regularly assess whether your routines are still moving you closer to your goals. If something is no longer serving your purpose, it must be replaced with something that does. Flexibility and self-awareness are critical to maintaining alignment over time. Another crucial aspect is understanding the ripple effect of habits. Your choices in one area of life often impact others. Healthy routines improve energy, focus, and emotional stability. Productive habits enhance confidence and open doors to opportunities. Positive thinking and gratitude practices shape your perspective, influencing decisions and relationships. When all these habits align with your highest goals, they reinforce each other, creating a life that is not only successful, but balanced, fulfilling, and sustainable. Aligning your daily habits with your highest goals is about taking control of the smallest, seemingly insignificant moments and making them count. It is about living intentionally, not passively. It is about understanding that the extraordinary life you desire is built one decision, one action, and one habit at a time. When your life is designed around your vision, success is no longer a dream. It becomes your reality. Releasing what is holding you back and embracing new opportunities is one of the most transformative steps you can take toward a life of success and fulfillment. Many people carry invisible weights with them: fears, doubts, regrets, past failures, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs that quietly drain their energy and prevent them from moving forward. These burdens are often disguised as loyalty, habit, or caution, but in reality, they are chains that keep you trapped in the same place. To experience true growth, you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. This does not mean ignoring responsibility or abandoning important commitments. It means making a conscious decision to release anything that is holding you back from becoming your best self. Holding on to past mistakes, disappointments, or grudges keeps you tethered to a life you are meant to outgrow. Every time you replay a painful memory or worry about a previous failure, you give your power to the past instead of focusing on the present and future. Releasing these burdens is not a sign of weakness, it is a declaration of strength. It is the understanding that your potential is far greater than any obstacle you have faced, and that the life waiting for you cannot be accessed while you are carrying unnecessary weight. Embracing new opportunities requires courage because it often means stepping into the unknown. It means taking risks, trusting yourself, and believing that what lies ahead is worth the uncertainty. Opportunities may come disguised as challenges, unfamiliar paths, or decisions that scare you, but they are often the very things that will propel you forward. The key is to recognize them and be willing to act, even when fear tries to hold you back. Many people fail to progress because they are more comfortable clinging to what is familiar, even when that familiarity is keeping them stuck. Growth requires discomfort, and embracing new opportunities means choosing possibility over safety, expansion over stagnation, and progress over comfort. Letting go and embracing is also about mental clarity. When you release what is holding you back, you free up space in your mind, heart, and life for new experiences, relationships, and achievements. Your energy is no longer drained by unnecessary burdens, and your focus becomes sharper. You can see potential where before there was only limitation. You start to notice doors opening, resources appearing, and ideas coming to life because you are no longer blocked by resistance or fear. Another important aspect is forgiveness, both of yourself and others. Many people carry regret and resentment that weigh heavily on their hearts. By forgiving, you are not condoning what happened. You are choosing peace, liberation, and forward momentum. Forgiveness clears the way for opportunities that would otherwise be invisible, blocked by the emotional baggage you carry. Releasing what holds you back and embracing new opportunities is a daily practice, not a one-time decision. It requires vigilance over your thoughts, habits, and environment. You must continually ask yourself whether what you are holding onto is helping you grow or keeping you stuck. You must be brave enough to make changes, bold enough to step into new situations, and resilient enough to persevere when challenges arise. The life you dream of, the success you desire, and the fulfillment you seek are waiting on the other side of release and openness. When you let go of the old and embrace the new, you align yourself with the natural flow of growth and abundance. You shift from a mindset of limitation to a mindset of possibility. You stop being a passive observer of life and start being an active creator of your destiny. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. Your future is not determined by what you have carried. It is shaped by the decisions you make today to release, embrace, and move forward. This choice, freedom over fear, action over stagnation, opportunity over limitation, is the gateway to lasting success and personal fulfillment. Developing resilience and perseverance is one of the most essential elements of achieving lasting success in any area of your life. Life is not a straight path. It is filled with unexpected challenges, setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles that test your patience, your faith, and your determination. The people who succeed are not those who never face difficulties, but those who refuse to be defeated by them. Resilience is the ability to recover, to adapt, and to continue moving forward when circumstances are tough. It is not about avoiding pain or hardship. It is about learning how to stand firm and keep progressing despite them. Perseverance is the companion to resilience. It is the steadfast commitment to your goals, even when progress is slow, when results are delayed, or when the world seems to be pushing back against you. Without perseverance, talent, knowledge, and even opportunity often go to waste, because the challenges of life will inevitably test your resolve. Developing resilience begins with mindset. You must view obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Every setback contains a lesson. Every challenge is a chance to improve. And every difficulty is a test of your commitment to your vision. When you embrace this perspective, you shift from feeling defeated to feeling determined, from frustration to focus, and from fear to faith. Resilience also requires emotional awareness. You must recognize your feelings, acknowledge them, and manage them without letting them control your actions. Anger, disappointment, or discouragement are natural responses, but they do not have to dictate your next move. By cultivating self-awareness and emotional regulation, you build the inner strength necessary to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Perseverance, on the other hand, requires discipline and consistency. It means taking action every day, even when results are not immediate, even when the journey feels long and exhausting. It means showing up when others would quit, pushing forward when motivation fades, and maintaining a vision of success that keeps you moving through adversity. Those who develop perseverance understand that progress is often invisible at first. Small, consistent efforts compound over time, producing results that may be delayed but are ultimately inevitable. Another critical aspect of resilience and perseverance is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan. Challenges often force us to change course, adjust strategies, or rethink our approach. Resilient individuals are flexible. They do not abandon their goals in the face of change. Instead, they adapt their methods, learn from new information, and continue moving forward with renewed focus. Support systems also play a role. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage, challenge, and uplift you strengthens your resilience. They remind you of your worth, help you navigate tough times, and inspire you to persevere when you feel like giving up. Yet, ultimately, resilience and perseverance are cultivated from within. It is your inner commitment, your refusal to let circumstances define you, and your determination to continue moving forward that make the difference between temporary struggle and lasting success. Finally, developing resilience and perseverance transforms your relationship with failure. Failure is no longer a stopping point or a sign of inadequacy. It becomes a stepping stone, a guide, and a teacher. Each failure is evidence that you are trying, learning, and growing. Every time you rise after a fall, your capacity to handle future challenges grows stronger, and your confidence in your ability to succeed becomes unshakable. When resilience and perseverance are cultivated together, they create an unstoppable force. Challenges may slow you, but they cannot stop you. Setbacks may knock you down, but they cannot keep you down. Your ability to endure, adapt, and persist ensures that your dreams are not left unrealized. Life will always present difficulties, But with resilience and perseverance, you have the power to navigate any storm, overcome any obstacle, and achieve success in every area of your life. As we come to the close of this message, I want you to hear this clearly. Your struggle is not your identity. Your past does not determine your future, and your current circumstances are not permanent. You were not created to simply survive or to live in frustration. You were created to rise, to excel, and to experience success in every area of your life. The path to that life begins with the choices you make today and the habits you form every single day. It begins with a mindset that sees strategy instead of struggle, with the courage to take consistent and focused action, and with the discipline to align your daily habits with your highest goals. It requires the willingness to release what is holding you back and to embrace the opportunities that life is offering you, even when they come disguised as challenges. And it demands resilience and perseverance, the kind that keeps you moving forward when everything around you seems to be working against you. Success is not a single moment. It is the result of repeated, intentional decisions, small actions that compound over time, and a heart that refuses to quit. Every step you take, every choice you make, and every moment you dedicate to growth moves you closer to the life you were meant to live. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond, how you show up, and how you commit to your own potential. Imagine what your life would look like if you truly embraced these truths. Imagine waking up each day with clarity, with purpose, and with confidence that you are moving forward, even when the road is tough. Imagine the doors that will open, the opportunities that will appear, and the relationships and blessings that will flow to you because you have aligned yourself with action, focus, and persistence. Today is the day to stop waiting for luck, for perfect timing, or for someone else to make things happen for you. Today is the day to step into the life that is waiting for you, to walk boldly into the future with courage, and to embrace the power you have within to create lasting change. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe, and your potential is far greater than any struggle you have faced. As you leave this place, take these principles with you, carry them in your heart, and apply them in every area of your life. Change your mindset, act with focus, align your habits, release the old, embrace the new, and cultivate the resilience to keep moving forward no matter what comes. Your breakthrough is not just possible, it is inevitable when you commit fully to these truths. You have the power to stop struggling and to start succeeding in every area of your life, beginning now. The choice is yours, and the moment is now. Step forward with faith, with purpose, and with the unshakable determination to live the life you were created to live.